What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so it is time to get another Tier 2 character, and we're going to get Ulysses Klaue to Tier 2 in this one. So I've had him built up for a little while, and yeah, just randomly decided that I wanted to Tier 2 him, so here we are. So let's go ahead and take a look at him before we Tier 2 him. So for his skills, pretty much the only one you need to level up is going to be the third skill here, to increase the Summoner's Illusion stats. It only goes up to 65%, so they're pretty weak summons, but you also get that guard against 8 hits for 8 seconds, so that also is very nice, so definitely want to level it up at least for the guard hits, if not for the summons. The Ice Weight set, we have Overdrive on him, so I like having an attack base set on him, because he can do some pretty nice damage, so definitely Overdrive or Power the Anger Hulk would work really well on Ulysses here. For the custom gear, we do have a Ignore Dodge, Fire Damage, and Damage proc. Pretty much just put this on for the Ignore Dodge and the Damage proc. Didn't really work too much at putting a good obelisk on him. I kind of just wanted a damage proc on him and threw this on. Ignore Dodge is always really useful, and I gave that to him mainly because his most damaging skill is going to be an iframe, so during the skill I'm not really in danger of getting guard broken, so that's why I don't have immune to guard break on him, but you could definitely put immune to guard break on him since pretty much his other skills you can get canceled out of quite easily. So yeah, if you're using anything besides the 5th and 4th skill, you can get guard broken pretty easily, but I don't think he necessarily needs it, so yeah, that's why I just put this on him. You can always go with invincibility if you find that he is lacking a little bit in survivability. I always like to go offensive on my characters, so that's kind of why I decided to do that build, but I think he'll work good for either build. So let's go ahead and get him to Tier 2. We're going to get him to Tier 2 naturally. I'm just going to use the resources since I do have enough of them built up, and I have his bios just laying around. So I'm going to save those Tier 2 tickets that I have left for any kind of premium characters or like X-Men type characters where I can't get their bios very easily or materials. So let's go ahead and get him to Tier 2. Boom, there we go. Alright, Ulysses Klaue is now Tier 2. We have Arms Dealer. So he's going to get some Ignore Dodge, 20%, very nice, little stack with the Obelisk. We get crit damage increase, very nice, and then some guaranteed crit rates, also very nice. So definitely some nice changes here with this Tier 2. It's going to give him a nice damage boost. I like having that guaranteed crit rate, that'll help. And of course Ignore Dodge is very useful in pretty much all the fights now. Yep, the Vibranium Thief, and I think I saw that it changed his 4-star passive. Okay, yeah, it looks like it changed from apply to self to apply to all allies now, so that's pretty nice. So all allies are going to get a crit damage boost now from having him on the team, so it can be another kind of support character if you wanted to throw him in, if you've used up everyone else like Coulson, Shuri, Valkyrie, Ebony, and all of them. You can always throw him in and get that boost as well for your team. But now that we have him freshly Tier 2, let's go ahead and try him out a little bit and get into the gameplay. Alright, so here we are at stage 16 for Shadowland. We do have a villain mode here, so this will be perfect for Ulysses Klaue. We're going to go ahead and take him in by himself. We have his own leadership, which is just a crit rate increase, so it will help his damage some, but I don't think he's going to struggle too much in damage because he does put out quite a bit, especially if we get that damage proc on his 5th skill, because that's a nice long skill. We'll get a lot of hits and damage in there, but let's see what happens here, because this stage can be quite annoying in terms of the bleed damage that we can get from both of these characters here. They both have really high bleed damage, so definitely want to try to minimize that. We do have a stun on our first skill that we can take advantage of here and there. So there you go. As you can see, if we get that damage proc on the 5th skill, that was like, I don't know, like 75% of his health bar there with just that damage, or just that damage proc, so that was pretty nice. Oh, and we got stunned. So definitely need to get into our iframe here. Let's summon our bodyguards. We've got to make sure we don't get hit again. Alright, damage proc is going to hit both of them. Alright, so should be able to take down Sin here. Yep, there we go. Let's go ahead and stun Mr. Big Head. And damage proc should finish him off. Yep, there we go. Alright, so a little bit lacking in the survivability there. We did almost die a few times, but we're able to get through it because he had some really nice damage. Once we got that damage proc on that 5th skill, it pretty much took down like 70% of each enemy's health bar, so we just needed like 3 or 4 skill rotations to finish them off, so not too bad. But let's go ahead and take a look at Ulysses in another game mode here. Alright, so that was Ulysses Klaue here. I was going to do some World Boss Ultimate, but I literally could not beat it. I don't know if I was just getting unlucky. He definitely had the damage, but I could not keep him alive at all. He got bled like once, and that was literally his whole health bar. So I was just having too much issues keeping him alive, but definitely has the damage to do World Boss Ultimate, but you have to be very, very careful while using him, and I definitely was not able to do that. But he's going to be very strong for Shadowland, definitely really good at keeping the enemies stun locked. He has the summons to keep them distracted. He's got a long iframe, and he's got the guard against hits as well, so definitely a really powerful Shadowland character. He's really good in PvP as well, just because that one, like I said, that long iframe, and he does pretty nice damage as well. He's got a stun on the 1st skill, so he's got a lot of things going for him, but just for me, he was not able to do World Boss well enough for me, I guess, with my playstyle. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video here. Definitely still happy to have him at tier 2. I will still be using him in Shadowland and things like that, probably Conquest, but that's where he's going to stay. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.